guys ever wish that you had some sort of special power, or how about this? How about a magic wand that you can just wave over your customer in the process of your sales presentation, of your sales call, so that then you'll be able to really get to the bottom of what your customer is looking for, or to really be able to pinpoint what their true objections or concerns are for. Now, I've been to many trainings in my day, both individual, both with companies, both with groups, and one thing is apparent. They've never given me any special power. They've never given me that magic wand. So what we want to do today is we want to be able to take a look at using probing questions in order to effectively gain insight from our customers as to what they're looking for in their products and services that they have a need for, but to also be able to look at and discover or uncover their true objections and their true concerns. So let's take a look at what a probing question is. Now, dictionary.com defines probing as the art of searching or examining something very closely to find out very specific information. And we have to be able to do that in our sales calls. We have to be able to find a way to get our customers to open up. And we can do that in 3 easy steps. 3 easy steps. It's just that simple. Here's something I want you guys to think about. The first step is the opening. How are you going to open up your sales call? How are you going to start your presentation? The second step is the probe. This is the important part where you're able to actually ask a question to get them to open up. And then third is the close. Being able to tie in everything that they said, looking at your products and services and how you're able to help, then you want to be able to ask for the business. Asking for the business. So let's take a look more closely at our opening. Now, opening of the sales call is very imperative for gaining attention with your customers. Now, without your customer's attention, you could be talking about almost anything, and he will not be paying you any mind. Has that ever happened to anyone in here? I can tell you, when I first started off in my sales training, my sales role as an advertising consultant, going into different businesses and trying to make an impact within that first minute and a half, it was a very difficult thing. So I had to get more skill out of gaining the customer's attention. So when you gain attention, you want to be able to focus the tone of your call. You want to be able to show that you care about your customer, care about their state of the business and where they want to go, and also to be able to establish the context for the call, to set the agenda, to let them know how the call is going to go. Now, good openers, they come in many different forms. It really just depends on your customer's personality. It also depends on the direction that you want to take for that particular call. Let's take a look at an example of an opener that I used with the customer several weeks ago. I was sitting in a chair, and the customer was sitting directly across the desk from me. And I said, "Mr. Customer, I am here to share with you my ideas on how my training services can impact your sales results within 30 days or less." Quick and easy, very simple, to the point, and he knows exactly where I'm going to go. That's an example of a good opener. Grabbed his attention, let him know where we were going in the call. The next step is the probing question. So now that you've actually looked at your agenda, you set it, you set your customer at ease, let's take a look at the probing question, getting your customer to open up. So now there's a couple of rules you want to look at when we're talking about probing. Okay? And I know rules, they always seem a little bit daunting, but these are not tough rules, and I just urge you guys to stay with me here. So when you're asking probing questions, rule number one is you want to be able to have a clear purpose for your question. You want to be able to ask a very simple question that's going to get your customer to think. You also want to be able to give your customer time to answer. That's number two. And that is listening. Listening skills definitely play a big, important role in asking questions. Trust me. Also, another thing that I see a lot of sales reps do is they answer the questions for their customer. Listen, get them to explain to you what they are looking for. Even though you have an idea, don't put it in their head, let it come out of their mouth. Also, don't make it complicated. Ask one question at a time. One question at a time. Also, concentrate on what your customer is actually saying to you. Don't be thinking about what you have for breakfast. Don't be thinking about how much money this contract is going to put into your wallet. Take the time, concentrate on what they are saying. Last rule is be prepared and be flexible at the same time. That goes back to setting that agenda, and it also goes back to pre-call planning, okay? But you want to be able to take your customer down a certain path, but you also want to be able to go in and out of different areas with your customer, different arenas. Sometimes they might jump all over the board. Don't let them do it too much, but be a little bit flexible to where you're able to carry on a natural conversation. So here is an example of my probing question that I asked to a customer just several weeks ago. Can you share with me your top 3 priorities that you would like your new training company to focus on immediately? Very simple. Very simple. It's saying, give me the top 3 priorities. I didn't ask for just one because I want them to think. I want them to be able to give me some insights on what they're looking for. And then I also gave them a time frame. I said immediately. So now they're going to give me what they're looking for right away. So then, after they give me all of their answers, after they give me all of this valuable insight, I'm then able to take a look at my presentation and focus my presentation based on their 3 priorities. And that's how sales works, ladies and gentlemen. It's not giving a cookie cut presentation, but it's using your probing questions to go in and deliver a presentation that your customers are looking for. So, after you've done all of that, you went through your probing question, you started off with your opener, you set the agenda, you gained your attention, you went to your probing question to gain insight from your customer and to get more clarity on how you'll be able to better help your customer. The last step is being able to close. And this is the most important part of the sales process, because you can go through all of those things, but if you can't get to the close, which is asking for the business, sometimes you'll never get the business. As a matter of fact, in most cases, you won't get the business. As a matter of fact, I will go on to say that 99% of the time, if you do not ask for the business, you will not receive the business. So the close is just as important, if not more important, than all these steps. So when you close, you're asking the question, can I have your business? You're asking them, based on the information that you share with me, based on the products and the services that I have shared with you, I would like to be able to work with you. Once you become an asker, I know that you will be able to get down to asking smart questions based on this training today. But asking really good questions is just like having a magic wand on every single sales call.